Welcome to the press conference for Riyadh Season Latino Night, a great night of World Championship Boxing to be held this Saturday from the venue in Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We would first like to thank the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman, and His Excellency, Chairman of the General Entertainment Authority, GIA, Turkey Al-Sheikh. It is being brought to you by Riyadh Season and the General Entertainment Authority, GIA, with Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions and Sella, in association with Boxer, Miguel Cotto Promotions, Cancun Boxing, and Lou DeBella's DeBella Entertainment, along with our great sponsors: Saudi Tourism Authority, Saudi National Bank, STC, Dr. Suleiman El Habib Medical Group, Saudia Airlines, New Muraba Development Company, Tawuniya, Hunger Station, Lucid Motors, and Al Tanfidi. A big thanks to those great sponsors. And some great news, courtesy of His Excellency, Turkey Al-Sheikh. This great event is available for free. You can watch it globally on DAZN, in the UK on Sky, in the United States on Telemundo and Fox Deportes, in Mexico on TV Azteca, across MENA on BN, NBC, and STC TV, and around the world for free on DAZN. Let's now welcome our Part 1 press conference participants already seated. First, here is Juan Garcia, Ziad Zizo Almayuf, Batir the Shark Akhmedov, Oscar La Migraña Duarte, Tamanoon Knockout CP Freshmart Nyomtrong, Oscar El Pubilo Collazo, Kevin, two-time former, William Camarón Zepeda, Arnold Barboza Jr., Jose Ramirez, International Boxing Hall of Famer, founder and CEO of Golden Boy Promotions, the Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya. And now we hand things over to your host, Mr. Chris Mannix.
Well, thank you, Thomas, and welcome everybody to the final press conference for Latino Night here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. One of the hallmarks of these Riyadh season cards has been the depth of them. And this card, this fight card, is absolutely no different. It is spectacular from top to bottom. 5 fights on this undercard, and most of them could have been main events in their own right. We've got a unification fight at 105 pounds, action fights at 135 and 140, and a grudge match between two top 140-pounders that have been circling each other for a very long time. To begin, I want to bring up the man responsible for this event, the former 6th Division world champion, the Boxing Hall of Famer, the founder of Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar De La Hoya.
Thank you very much, Chris. First of all, thank you very much for everyone for being here. Thank you very much to Turkey Al-Sheikh. We greatly appreciate your hospitality. Riyadh season, everybody here in Riyadh, the people have been just amazing. The hospitality has been just incredible. We feel grateful, we feel blessed, we feel at home, basically, especially being in front of the Mexican pyramid here. We strongly feel that these fighters here that you're about to see Saturday night, mixing it up inside the ring, will fight with a lot of passion. The Latino-style boxing, the Mexican-style boxing, boxing in general, there's something about this card that will bring out the very best in every single fighter out here. When Golden Boy Promotions put this card together, we were thinking about making sure that every single fight is a main event style card, style fight. Evenly matched. They're tough fights for both sides. We don't know who's gonna win. Only they know. But one thing we know for sure is they're gonna fight with a lot of passion. And that's what this fight card is all about. Passion, that Latino flavor. And I'm so very happy, excited, ecstatic that His Excellency, if it wasn't for him, this card would not be possible. He's facilitating for the whole world to watch it for free. If you don't have the zone, download the app and you can watch this fight for free. If you want to watch it in Spanish, you can watch it on Telemundo, from Puerto Rico, in Mexico, TV Azteca. This card will be historical. It will be one that you do not want to miss. And this card here, you will remember 10 years from now where you were at, where you saw this fight card. That's how good this event, that's how good these fights are going to be. And that is guaranteed because every single fighter here, we know personally, every single fighter here we've worked with, whether it was grooming them from the start, whether it was developing their career over time, whether it was taking them to a world title like Oscar Collazo, who is an amazing, amazing fighter, but he's in a tough, tough challenge here tonight. So a reminder that this Saturday will be historic and the whole world will know, Riyadh and Riyadh season. So thank you very much, His Excellency, Turkey Al-Sheikh. Thank you.
Thank you, Oscar. Now I want to hear from a few of the fighters. We'll bring them up here to the podium. This is, of course, a Latino-heavy show, but it does have a local flavor. Opening up the broadcast is an undefeated welterweight from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, the Saudi superstar, Ziad Al-Mayouf.
I was just saying, it's the first time I get on the podium. Feels good to be here, you know, feels good to feel a lot taller than a lot of people sometimes. First of all, I want to kick things off by thanking the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman, and His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, for their trust, their vision, and their faith in me to represent the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Also, thank you to His Excellency, President of the General Entertainment Authority, Turkey Al-Sheikh, for the opportunity and just the belief in me to be a flag bearer in the sport of boxing. What you're seeing today in front of you in Saudi Arabia in a Saudi fighter is the product of a quote that I always recite to myself, and it's Dwayne Johnson that said, it's either one day or day one. One day or day one. And the product you see today out of Zizo is someone who chose to make it day one. Not only day one for me, but I've chosen this career to empower, to motivate, to inspire young dreamers for their day one. For their day one, for everything that I've went through, for everything that I had to go through, push through, I do it all for them. And Saturday night, you will see something magical. I expect it to be tough, but this path has always been tough. It's been a hard path, but the harder the path, the higher the calling. And I believe this is a dreamer. Zizo is a dreamer. I am a dreamer for all Saudis, for Saudis, by the Saudis, who chose to make it day one so I could one day be Saudi Arabia's first world champion. Saudi Arabia's first world champion. And God willing, I will make this happen, inshallah. Thank you.
I love it. Quoting The Rock early on here in Saudi Arabia. You got to love that. So in boxing, we know that anything can happen and any fighter can change his or her career path on one night. That's what Juan Garcia is here to do. So please welcome from Mexico City, Juan Garcia.
¿Qué tengo que decir? Diga algo para el público en español. Muchas gracias por acompañarnos en esta conferencia de prensa, a toda la gente. Y pues más, solo espero ofrecerles una gran pelea para todo el público y espero que disfruten esta pelea.
So, good evening and many thanks for being here. I just hope to give a really good fight. I have a very good opponent in front of me, and I'm happy to be here in Saudi Arabia. So, looking forward for the fight. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Juan. So this next fight, I think, has the potential to steal the show. A battle between two come-forward 140-pounders who can both punch, power in both hands, and neither one of them has any intention of seeing the final bell. I want to bring up first one of the most entertaining fighters in the 140-pound division. 27 wins, just 2 defeats, and 1 draw. Please welcome Oscar Duarte.
Buenas tardes a todos. Estoy muy contento, estoy feliz de estar aquí en Riyadh. Y pues comentarles que este sábado va a ser una gran pelea contra Batir. Él es un buen peleador y yo también soy un gran peleador que vengo muy bien preparado. Hice un gran campamento allá en California y pues estoy muy orgulloso de representar a mi tierra mexicana. Y este 16 de noviembre vamos a ir con todo. Thank you for the support. I'm very happy for this opportunity. I'm very excited and ready for this Saturday. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much for being here, all of you. I feel great. I have a great camp. I have very strong opponent in front of me. Soon, on Saturday evening, you will see of what I'm made. Thank you so much, Saudi Arabia.
Well, Oscar's opponent, I think, is an example of why records sometimes don't mean a heck of a lot in boxing. 3 losses on the resume of this man, but all 3 of them easily could have been wins. He very easily could be a world champion right now. The former Olympian, former 2-time world title challenger, please welcome Batir Akhmedov.
Hello, everybody. Всех приветствую. Я очень рад быть здесь. Благодарю организаторов Riyadh Season и Турки Али Шейх за предоставленную возможность. Также Golden Boy Promotion, спасибо. Моим промоутерам World of Boxing, моим менеджерам Вадим Корнилов. Эту субботу, я думаю, с моим соперником покажем отличный бой. Он отличный боксер, любит агрессивный стиль бокса, так же, как и я. Я надеюсь, что у нас получится показать один из зрелищных боев. Также я приглашаю своих мусульманских братьев поддержать нас, посмотреть, поболеть за нас. Всем спасибо большое.
Hello, everyone. First of all, I want to tell thank you to Golden Boy Promotions, His Excellency Turki Ali Sheikh, Riyadh Season, my promoter, World of Boxing, my manager, Vadim Kornilov, for this opportunity. I have a very strong opponent, and I believe it should be a very good fight, and I expect that this fight will be fight of the night, and I want to invite my Muslim brothers to come for this fight and support me. Thank you very much.
Еще хочу передать привет своим родным. Белял, Малика, Исмаил, я вас люблю.
So we know there's a unification fight at the top of this card with Zurdo Ramirez going up against Chris Billam-Smith. Also, a unification fight on the undercard, 105-pound unification fight with the Ring Magazine belt also on the line. To talk a little bit more about that, I want to bring back up the Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya.
Thank you very much. Yes, I'm super excited for this next fight. The minimum weight unification fight presented in association with Miguel Cotto Promotions. And we do have Miguel Cotto here with us. Great world champion, great person. The fight between Collazo and Freshmart is particularly notable because they stand as the #1 fighter and the #2 fighter in the world, which means the best is fighting the best. And in order to win the Ring Magazine World title, you have to win it in the ring. There are no politics. It's #1 and #2 fighting for supremacy. And this fight here is the best fight in the minimum weight division that you can see. We are excited to present this fight in Riyadh season on this card. And I can assure you that Oscar Collazo is probably and most likely in the best shape of his life. And his opponent, the champion, who is undefeated, the champion who has a tremendous winning streak in world title fights, is in the best shape of his life. So this fight here, the little giants that I call them, are going to fight for ring supremacy, for the world title, the one that matters the most, the #1 and #2 in the world. So I'm very pleased, very proud to present this event, this fight here in Riyadh. And thank you again to Turki Ali Sheikh. Thank you.
Thank you, Oscar. I'm excited about this fight as well. You got two guys that throw a lot of punches. Neither one of them are in many bad fights. I want to bring up first, he's the fastest world champion in Puerto Rican boxing history, collecting a world title in just his 7th professional fight. On Saturday, he will look to become a unified champion in just his 11th pro fight. The man who hopes to be the next big star in Puerto Rican boxing, Oscar Collazo.
Let me lower this real quick. Thank you, everybody. First, I gotta thank God to give me this opportunity, this talent that brought me where I'm at today. I gotta thank Golden Boys, Oscar De La Hoya, Bernard, Eric Gomez, my promoters, Miguel Cotto Promotion, que Miguel está ahí, Héctor Soto, Brian Pérez, my team, De Leon team, Carlos Ortiz, Willy Cibertri, Quique Negrón, Juan de León, mi hermano Tito Collazo. Very excited.
And I gotta thank a huge thank you and my gratitude for Mr. Turki Alashish to organizing all of this. You know, without him, neither of us would be here to represent our Latino state. I'm ready for this. I'm trained for this. Since day one, I wanted big fights, huge fights, and make my fights important. And what's better to get a unification fight with the Ring Magazine in Riyadh, the first Puerto Rican to fight over here in Saudi Arabia. It's a blessing. It's an honor. And I'm 100%. I'm feeling great, feeling very motivated. And what better to have Hall of Famer Miguel in my corner to see this fight. Tengo que dar las gracias a Oscar de la Hoya, con Golden Boy, Eric Gómez, mi casa promotora, Miguel Cotto Promotion, con Héctor Soto y Brian Pérez y el gran Miguel. Mi equipo de trabajo, Team Juan de León, que se compone de Willy Silvestri, Dr. Quique Negrón, Carlos Ortiz, el mío Juan de León y mi hermano Tito Collazo. Y hay que darle un gran agradecimiento a Mr. Turki Alashish por organizar todo esto y poniendo esta gran cartelera de Noche de Latino para presentarlo en un lugar donde es la meca del boxeo ahora mismo, el boxeo. Estamos listos a esto. Desde que comencé como boxeador, desde el día 1 quería retos, quería peleas grandes, quería hacer historia para mi país, para mi pueblo de Villalba. Y ahora estamos aquí para pelear por el Ring Magazine y por la pelea de unificación que no se da desde 1999. Que el último fue el gran Tito Collazo, Tito Félix, Tito Trinidad. Y estamos aquí haciendo historia. Esto para mi pueblo de Puerto Rico, para mi gente de Villalba, para mi familia, mi esposa y para todos los que han apoyado en mí. Gracias a todos.
Well, we know that Oscar is one of the fastest rising stars in all of boxing. His opponent on Saturday has been a star and a name in boxing for a very long time. He's one of the longest reigning world title holders in all of boxing. 8 years a world champion, undefeated as a professional. Introducing the WBA minimum weight world champion, Tamanun Niamtrong, better known as Knockout CP Freshmart.
ครับสวัสดีครับก็ก่อนอื่นก็ขอบคุณโปรโมเตอร์ครับที่ให้ผมมาเป็นส่วนหนึ่งในคู่ชกเพื่อพิสูจน์ตัวเองในรุ่น105ปอนด์ว่าใครจะเป็นที่1ของรุ่นนะครับแล้วก็ขอบคุณผู้จัดครับที่ให้การต้อนรับแล้วก็รวมถึงชาวซาอุครับที่ให้การต้อนรับอย่างอบอุ่นครับขอบคุณครับ
First of all, he'd like to thank our agency concerned, particularly Golden Boy, Mr. Oscar de la Hoya, to give him an opportunity to have a fight right here to prove that who is the best in these particular divisions. As all of us know that Collazo is a very great world champion. But anyway, we are more experienced. Probably on this coming Saturday fight, all of you will know that who is the best world champion in 105 fights, and would like to get support from all Saudi Arabian people to support him. Thank you.
Well, anyone that follows boxing knows that sanctioning bodies generally can't agree on as much as a breakfast order together, much less who is the top guy ranked in a specific weight class. Well, all 4 sanctioning bodies believe that this man is the top guy in the 135-pound division. 31 wins, no losses, 27 of them coming by knockout. He is the #1 ranked lightweight contender. Please welcome El Camarón, William Zepeda.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Muy buenas noches a todos. Pues primeramente agradecerles que estén aquí presentes y comentarles que estoy muy contento, muy emocionado, motivado más que nada de estar en esta gran cartelera, esta gran noche. Agradecerle a Golden Boy, a Oscar de la Hoya, a Eric Gómez por la oportunidad, a nuestra excelencia Turki por contemplarme en esta gran cartelera donde hay mucho talento, esta gran noche latina que estoy seguro que va a pasar a la historia, donde hay grandes peleadores y para mí es un honor estar peleando en esta gran cartelera. Y pues comentarles que estoy muy emocionado, tuve una gran preparación, sabemos que tenemos una pelea muy complicada, una pelea contra un rival muy experimentado, donde vamos a salir a trabajar, vamos a demostrar quién es el camarón Zepeda y a poner el nombre de México en lo más alto.
So, good evening to everyone for being here. I'm really motivated for this fight. My preparation has been great. On Saturday night we have a great cartel. All the boxers are really experienced, really good. So I want to offer to Riyadh and to Saudi Arabia a great show on Saturday. And thank you so much to Turki Al-Sheikh. Thank you so much to Golden Boy for this promotion. And I will show you on Saturday what is a Mexican flavor.
Y arriba México y arriba San Mateo Atenco.
Viva México y arriba San Mateo Atenco.
Well, the man William Zepeda will face on Saturday has never backed down from any challenge. If you were a follower and a watcher of DAZN over the years, you saw him many times defending his 130-pound title. He is now in pursuit of a belt at 135 pounds. Please welcome Tevin, two-time Farmer.
Hey, thanks to everybody for being out here. First, I want to thank God for allowing everybody and myself to be here today, because if it wasn't for him, none of this is possible. I want to thank Golden Boy for allowing me to fight on this amazing show, Turki Al-Sheikh, DAZN, my team, Nova Sports. I can go on and on because I'm thankful for a lot of things. But Saturday night is going to be a show. It's going to be a show that nobody want to miss. You know, they're saying that William Zepeda is one of the best in the 135-pound division, which I agree. But you can't be a top dog unless you be the top dog. And Saturday night, he got his hands full with Tevin Farmer. It's crazy how I've been watching social media and I've been looking all around there, and I see Golden Boy and Eddie Hearns promoting this 5v5 with Zepeda versus Shakur, but I kind of feel like that's kind of crazy when you got a guy like Tevin Farmer in front of him. And like they said, you never put the carriage in front of the horse. I think that's how you say it. And I think it's a bad move after that, because once I beat him Saturday, I don't know who they're going to have for Shakur, because I'm not signed to Golden Boy, and I'm not signed to Eddie, so we're going to leave that there. But yeah, November 16th, just tune in. Your boy Tevin Farmer's back, shooting for a two-time world champion. And like I said, I'm going to show y'all how the USA do it. Thank y'all.
Well, I mentioned several of these fights on this card could be main events in their own right, and there's no greater example of that than the fight we have tonight, or Saturday, as the co-main event. Two guys that have been circling each other in the 140-pound division for a very long time. The first guy I want to bring up is a familiar name in this weight class, the former U.S. Olympian, the former unified junior welterweight champion, the pride of Central California, Jose Ramirez.
Bueno, como un gran mexicano también, voy a empezar con unas palabras en español. En primero le quiero dar gracias a Dios por la oportunidad que me ha dado, por el talento que me ha dado y por llegar aquí bien con mi familia, darles una buena bendición, una buena experiencia a toda mi familia, a toda la gente que me ha apoyado. También le quiero dar las gracias a mis promotores, Oscar de la Hoya, Eric Gómez, Bernard Hopkins y a toda la familia de Golden Boy. Muchas gracias por creer en mí, y a su excelencia Turki Al-Sheikh por poner este evento tan bonito, nomás de mirar la cultura mexicana aquí presente. Me da mucho honor de saber que tiene mucho interés con el sabor mexicano. Estoy listo para el sábado para demostrar lo mejor de José Ramírez. Estuve tan cerca de ser el campeón absoluto de este peso y sé que tengo para mucho más. First and foremost, I want to thank God. I want to thank him for allowing me to have this gift, to be able to fight and to enjoy this experience with my family and my team and those who supported me throughout my whole career. Second, I would love to thank Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya, Eric Gomez, Bernard Hopkins, and the whole Golden Boy family for believing in me. And I also want to thank Turkey Al-Sheikh for putting this great event, for believing in the Mexican culture, and just looking around this whole, area with a bunch of Mexican stuff. It's an honor to see the country of Saudi Arabia find so much interest in the Mexican culture. I'm ready for Saturday night. It's going to be a great fight. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do my best to show people that I'm the best 140-pounder in the world. Thank you.
Well, I mentioned these two guys have been circling each other for a while. For a long time, they had the same promoter. For several years, they had the same manager. And I don't think anyone on this card is more excited for this event than the next man. Please welcome up the undefeated 140-pound title challenger, Arnold Barboza Jr.
Yeah, how's it going, everybody? I want to thank everybody for coming out. I want to thank God. I want to thank His Excellency. I want to thank Golden Boy, Eric Gomez, Oscar De La Hoya, the whole Golden Boy team. I'm very excited. We've trained real hard for this fight. This is my title shot, how I see it. This fight has been important to me for a long time. We're ready to go out there, do what we got to do, make a statement as well. Shout out to Jose Ramirez, for taking this fight. He's a great champion. I look forward to fighting him on Saturday. And I thank you guys. Appreciate it. Shukran.
All right, thank you, guys. Looking forward to a tremendous undercard on this fight. We're going to take a minute and reset the stage to bring up the main event. We're going to face these guys off, and we'll be back here in just a couple of minutes.
Juan Garcia, Ziad Zizo Almayu, 6 rounds scheduled in the welterweight division. Cheer the Shark Akhmedov, Oscar La Migraña Duarte. 12 rounds scheduled in the super lightweight division. Ladies and gentlemen, proudly displaying the Ring Magazine Championship belt is the Hall of Famer, founder, and CEO of Golden Boy Promotions, the Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar, what a beautiful belt.
It is a prestigious belt. It is the most prestigious belt in boxing today for many years. We feel very proud that His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh will hold this belt forever and cherish it and make sure that the Ring Magazine lives on forever. We will see, because of Turki Al-Sheikh, we will see the best fighting the best. Thank you very much.
And now let's welcome the fighters competing for that belt. Tamanoon, knockout CP Freshmart, Nyongtrong, and Oscar El Fubilo Collazo, competing this Saturday in a unification bout scheduled for 12 rounds for the vacant Ring Magazine Championship and both the WBA and WBO minimum weight championships of the world. Tevin, two-time farmer, William Camarón Zepeda. 10 rounds scheduled for the vacant WBC interim lightweight championship of the world. Arnold Barboza Jr., Jose Ramirez. This our co-main event. 10 rounds scheduled in the junior welterweight division.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and we welcome you in about 48 hours at the all brand new venue, the facility here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. It will be champion versus champion in the main event, 12 rounds of boxing for the unified WBA, WBO Cruiserweight Championship of the World. And it's all brought to you by, it's all presented by Riyadh Season and the General Entertainment Authority, SELA, along with Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions and Ben Shalom for Boxer Promotions. Sponsored by the Saudi Tourism Authority, Saudi National Bank, STC, Dr. Suleiman Al Habib Medical Group, Saudi Airlines, New Muraba Development Company, Tawunia, Hunger Station, Lucid Motors, and Al Latifa. Special thanks, ladies and gentlemen, as always, to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And special thanks to the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and Chairman of the General Entertainment Authority, His Excellency Turki Al Sheikh. And now, ladies and gentlemen, seated behind me are the principals, some of the principles involved with this special main event for Saturday night. Let me introduce them to you. First of all, a gentleman I have introduced and had the privilege to introduce almost every time he stepped into the ring with the gloves on. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you'll allow me, let me kind of take you back to the old days for a very special introduction. For the Olympic gold medal champion, 6th Division, 7-time world champion from East LA and from the International Boxing Hall of Fame, the Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya. And seated next to Oscar, another one of my all-time favorites that I had the privilege of introducing in the ring many times in his boxing career, still looking like he's fit and ready to step back in there at this stage of his life. Ladies and gentlemen, 2-division, 4-time world champion from the International Boxing Hall of Fame, and from my hometown, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the man known as the Executioner, Bernard Hopkins. And behind me to my left, ladies and gentlemen, CEO and founder of Boxer, Mr. Ben Shalom. Also seated, ladies and gentlemen, head trainer for Chris Billam-Smith, and he is Shane McWigan. And head trainer for Zurdo Ramirez, Julian Chua. So now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet the two fighters. Once again, this is champion versus champion. WBA versus WBO. As many fight fans have noticed over the last year, Riyadh season loves to get to a situation where we eventually have an undisputed champion. And I think that's the goal of these two fighters you're going to see fighting Saturday night. So let's bring them out to the stage and to this final press conference for Saturday night's fight. First of all, with a professional record of 20 victories, 13 big wins by knockout, only 1 defeat, from Bournemouth, United Kingdom. He's the former Commonwealth and European Cruiserweight champion and currently the reigning, defending WBO Cruiserweight champion of the world, the gentleman, Chris Billam-Smith. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, with belt on shoulder, Chris Billam-Smith. And his opponent, with an outstanding record consisting of 47 fights, 46 victories, 30 wins by knockout, only 1 defeat like his opponent. Damas y caballeros de Mazatlan, Sinaloa, Mexico. The 2-time world champion, former super middleweight world champion, and the reigning and defending WBA Cruiserweight Champion of the World, Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez. Here he is, the 2-time champion, Zurdo Ramirez. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I had some fun with the introductions of 2 of the past great world champions and introducing 2 reigning and defending world champions. So let me throw it over to a champion in his own right, Mr. Chris Mannix.
Absolutely no championships on my resume, Michael, but I do appreciate that introduction. Well, welcome everybody to the final press conference for the main event, Cruiserweight unification fight, Gilberto Ramirez going up against Chris Billam-Smith. We've been saying all week long that this main event is going to be a good one. You know, for a long time, the cruiserweight division has been kind of overlooked on the boxing scene. That changed some in 2018 when Alexander Usyk emerged as the undisputed champion. And I think it's changing again with emerging talents like Zurdo and Chris Billam-Smith. In March, Ramirez became the first Mexican-born fighter to win a cruiserweight title when he defeated Arsan Gulamarian in just his 2nd fight in this weight class. Chris Billam-Smith is a career-long cruiserweight who in his last fight avenged the lone loss on his resume against Richard Riakporhe. This is exactly the kind of fight that this division needs. 2 of the top 3 men in this weight class squaring off for the unified championship. To talk more about this terrific main event, I want to bring up the Golden Boy, Hall of Famer, Oscar De La Hoya.
Thank you very much. Let me tell you why this fight is so very important. Not only because Billam-Smith is a world champion and Zurdo is a world champion, and we're going to see a unification fight on Saturday night in the cruiserweight division, but I heard through the grapevine that a special world champion in the heavyweight division is considering moving down to cruiserweight and fighting the winner of Saturday's fight. So Alexander Usyk is considering coming down to cruiserweight and fighting the winner of Saturday night. That's how special this fight is. Billam-Smith is a tremendous, tremendous champion. He comes forward, he has great ability, great footwork. He's a world champion, he's confident, he's trained hard. This is the fight of his life. But now hearing the fact that Usyk will consider coming back down to cruiserweight and challenging the winner is an extra motivation for both guys to be on their game and to shine and to steal the show Saturday night. What can I say? What can I say about Zurdo Ramirez? The first ever super middleweight Mexican world champion in the history of the sport, way before Canelo even considered becoming world champion at 168 pounds. Zurdo Ramirez is the man. Now he's moving up different divisions. He's going up to cruiserweight, winning world titles, and now unifying with Billam-Smith, which is going to be a very tough, difficult fight for both guys. But may the best man win. May boxing win. And again, thank you very much to Riyadh Season and to His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Oscar. Little reporting there from you, Oscar. Little Usyk reporting there. I didn't really expect that. Okay, all right. I want to bring up Oscar's partner with Golden Boy Promotions, a man that needs no introductions, a man familiar with winning titles, unifying titles, and defending titles. Please welcome up the executioner, Bernard Hopkins.
First of all, I'd like to thank everyone, and also His Excellency, along with Golden Boy Promotions, putting on the best fights around the world that everyone been craving for, to bring boxing back into the spotlight. So again, enjoy the fights from around the world, and of course from Saudi. Make boxing great again, and this opportunity has a chance between the champions in the cruiserweight division. So again, boxing is well alive and thriving, thanks to Turki Al-Sheikh and the fans around the world. Stay tuned, buckle up, and get your popcorn. Get your popcorn. Thank you.
Thank you, Bernard. Well, we know that Chris Billam-Smith is walking into enemy territory here on Latino Night in Saudi Arabia. So too is his promoter, Ben Shalom, the man that's backed Chris Billam-Smith for several years and is extremely confident that his guy is going to get the job done on Saturday. Please welcome the founder and CEO of Boxer, Ben Shalom.
Wow, this feels surreal. You know, when I met Chris, the dream was, let's get to Bournemouth. Let's try and get our way towards a world title, and the journey just got better and better and better. I want to thank Riyadh Season. It's great to be back in the kingdom. This is where boxing dreams are made now. I've seen it so many times. Latino Night, Golden Boy put on an incredible card. But for me, the best card that boxing fans have ever had for free. It really is incredible. It shows a huge, huge commitment to the sport. It'll be free on Sky Sports in the UK, and it's an incredible fight. What makes me laugh, though, is all this talk from the US media, we've had it our whole career, that Chris Billam-Smith is somehow the underdog is somehow a mismatch. Chris Billam-Smith has been the underdog his whole life, and every time he's put down, every time he comes through. There's going to be a lot of people embarrassed on Sunday morning. I promise you that. This is an incredible fight. It's a 50-50 fight. But you have the most established guy in the cruiserweight division, and you have a guy very new to the division, a very, very big name, but a very, very, very big fight. I want to thank Oscar. He's been incredible. Golden Boy have been incredible. Riyadh season, again, pulling out all the stops. But Saturday night is Chris Billam-Smith's night. Thank you very much.
Well, behind every great fighter, there are great trainers. And I think there are two great trainers participating in this main event on Saturday night. The guy that's guided Zurdo Ramirez for several years now, through light heavyweight, and now to a world title in the cruiserweight division. A terrific young trainer on the boxing scene. Please welcome Julian Chua.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming. I just want to thank Golden Boy, Turkey, Al-Sheikh, Chris Billam's team, Zurdo, our team, and what can I say? We are ready for this fight. The media of America, I guess, has been saying this is a mismatch and blah blah blah, but we didn't take it that way. We took this fight deathly seriously, did our homework. All respect to you guys' team. But we're ready. We're 100% ready. We crossed our T's and dotted our I's. So be ready for an incredible night on Saturday night. We're looking forward to putting on a great show. Thank you.
Well, you heard from Ben Shalom, very confident that his fighter is going to get the job done on Saturday. Equally confident is the man behind Chris Billam-Smith, done a terrific job as his head trainer. Please welcome up Shane McGuigan.
We'd like to thank Riyadh Season, Golden Boy Promotions, Ben Shalom, our promoter, and His Excellency for this opportunity. Chris Billam-Smith, I've been with him for 7.5 years, straight from the amateurs the whole way through. He's was touted to become probably a British champion. He's been British champion, Commonwealth champion, European champion, world champion. And on Saturday night, he's going to be a unified world champion. We've got lots of respect for Zurdo and the team. But we believe that, we've got the right game plan and we've got the right attributes to win this fight. But, it's a Mexican night, and I think it's going to be a Mexican-style fight with two warriors coming together. And I believe there's only one winner, and that's Chris Billam-Smith. But thank you to the team, and we appreciate you guys and all the hospitality.
Well, looking at Zurdo Ramirez, it is kind of remarkable that at one point he was a super middleweight champion. The fact that he can get down all the way to 168 pounds really is something else. But in just 2 fights in the cruiserweight division, he managed to pick up a world title, beating Arsan Gulamarian in his last fight. With a record of 46 wins against just 1 defeat from Sinaloa, Mexico, Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez.
Hello, everyone. I'm happy to be here. Thank you, Golden Boy, Turkey Al-Sheikh. Thank you, everyone, to be here to make this possible. I'm ready. I'm ready, excited for this Saturday night. And I think I will represent Noche Latina really well. And viva México. Voy a representar bien a México este sábado. Me voy a llevar el título a casa nuevamente. Y estoy listo. I'm ready for whatever he brings to the table. I'm ready. Thank you, everyone.
Well, as you just heard, Chris Billam-Smith is pretty frequently underestimated, pretty frequently an underdog, but almost always gets the job done when he gets into the middle of the ring. He is the career-long cruiserweight, making the 3rd defense of his WBO title and his first attempt at unifying the division. Please welcome the gentleman, Chris Billam-Smith.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having us here in Saudi Arabia. Thank you to
His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. Thank you to Oscar, Zurdo, Bernard, the whole Golden Boy. And a massive thank you to Ben Shalom, Shane McGuigan, and the whole McGuigan team and my team. It's an honour to be here on this stage. These are the fights and the shows now that are taking over the global audience, and it's amazing to be headlining this night. The last time out against Richard Riakporhe, it was meant to be his night at Selhurst Park. Just like this is meant to be Zurdo's, but unfortunately I'm here to spoil the party again, and I'll be doing that Saturday night. Thank you very much for the opportunity, and be safe.
Well, just a few questions for each of these men up here on the dais. And I want to start over here to my left. Shane McGuigan, we had a chance to talk to you earlier in the day. And for the most part, this has been a pretty respectful promotion between these two guys. But I think you and Chris and Ben took some exception to some of the comments made by Malik Scott during the week about how he believes that Zurdo is levels above, and it's levels different in this fight. Why do you believe that Chris Billam-Smith is the better man?
He's been the career-long cruiserweight. You know, he's been the guy he's avenged the only defeat on his record, and we understand where Malik probably feels like on a skill level, but this fight's not just about skill. It's about size, it's about pace, it's about power, resilience, and I think those are going to be big factors in this fight. And you know, we've got lots of respect for Zurdo, but coming out with trashy comments like that, we don't have respect for.
You know, you've seen a little bit of Zurdo at the cruiserweight division, 2 fights here. What have you seen on film from him, and what do you guys have to do to win this fight?
Well, you're only as good as your last fight, and I think his last fight was a fantastic performance against a big, strong cruiserweight. So we know that we have to get it right. We're not going to go and expose our tactics, but we are quietly confident that we're going to put on a good performance and get the victory.
Julian, I'll ask you. You've been training Zurdo for a number of years now. You've sort of shepherded his career at the 175-pound division, now up at cruiserweight. We know you're not taking any opponent for granted here, but why do you believe that you've got the better fighter?
Well, I think that skills win fights. I know that this guy is big and strong, but Zurdo's fought big and strong. You know, we fought punchers, and I see one path of that they could try to come for victory, and at least the only way I see that they could possibly, and we're ready for that. So Zurdo's prepared very well. It's his night, and he's going to show it on Saturday night.
You know, Zurdo was excellent at 168 pounds. Got to the world title level at 175, came up just short against Dimitri Bivol, but he has looked really good at the cruiserweight division, filled out really well, winning a world title in just his second pro fight. What have you seen different from him in this weight class?
Well, I mean, he's not killing himself to make weight. You know, that's a big thing. He's happy, he's confident, and it's a lot smoother that way. I feel like also like these guys that are bigger, he puts a style on them that they're not used to. You know, that they haven't seen. So we're able to apply a lot of the things that we want to with these bigger guys that come right at them.
Chris, I'll turn to you. You're used to being underestimated. You're used to being the underdog in some of your fights. But did you take any offense to the suggestion that you're levels below Zurdo Ramirez?
No. I know the level I'm at. There's no offense taken. It just gives me more drive, and it'll be eating humble pie on Saturday night.
You know, immediately before Zurdo fought Arsene Goulamirian, you sent him a text message wishing him good luck. Right afterwards, you messaged him again saying, hey, let's fight. Why did you want this fight so badly?
There was I want to fight the other champions, and Goulamirian, we tried to get in the ring, and we weren't able to do it. Obviously, Zurdo did, and I've followed Zurdo's career for many years, and it's a fantastic career, and I knew he's a fighter's fighter who will take up any opportunity and take on any challenge. And you want those fighters in your division as champions when you're looking for those other belts. So I was really happy he won that fight and we can get it on.
You know, I mentioned that you are a career-long cruiserweight. This is your weight class. You've got a whole bunch of quality wins in this division. Lawrence Okoli, Richard Riakporhe, just to name a couple of them. Zurdo's only got 2 fights in this weight class. Can your size be an advantage? Your experience at cruiserweight be an advantage on Saturday?
Yeah, for sure, but it's what you do with the size, and it's no good just being big and strong. It's the skill and the speed and the power and the punch output that goes with that, and that's what I'm able to do, and that's why people can't live with me in this division.
Zurdo, we'll ask you the same question I put to Julian. What is different about you in the cruiserweight division that was not there at 168, 175?
Oh, because I'm eating better. I'm not killing myself in this division, and I'm ready. I feel happy. I feel grateful to be here for this big opportunity, and I think it will be my night, and I will take this opportunity for myself and for todo Mexico.
You know, in your last fight, you took on a pretty long reigning title holder in Arsan Goulamirian and got that win in just your second fight in this weight class. Did you learn anything about yourself in that fight and what you're capable of?
Well, I show everyone that I'm ready for this division, and that's what I want to prove myself. I want to prove everyone this Saturday night that I'm ready. I'm ready to take the belt.
All right, so you've got obviously a game plan. Don't want to reveal too much, but what do you have to do to beat this man on Saturday?
Well, I need to throw a lot of punches. That's it. Win every round.
All right, well, it's going to be a terrific fight on Saturday. Unified Cruiserweight Championship belts on the line, live worldwide for free. Check it out live on DAZN as well. We're going to face these two guys off and get ready for Saturday night.
Ladies and gentlemen, here they are for the final face-off before Saturday night. We're about 48 hours away from champion versus champion. The record of 20 victories, 13 wins by KO, only one defeat. From the United Kingdom, he is the reigning and defending WBO Cruiserweight World Champion, the gentleman, Chris Billam-Smith, and his opponent with a record standing at 46 victories, 30 by knockout, only one defeat like his opponent, from Mazatlan, Sinaloa, Mexico, two-time world champion, WBA Cruiserweight World Champion, Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez. Champion versus champion. And keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, the history of Riyadh season is to have fights for the undisputed championship. This will be the first step of champion versus champion. The goal, of course, to be undisputed cruiserweight champion of the world. Billam-Smith versus Zurdo Ramirez. The weigh-in will be tomorrow night, Saturday night at the all-new spectacular venue here in Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. A great night of world-class and world championship professional boxing for your entertainment.
el niño perdido y pone como el torito para que vean cómo me brindo. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, mamá, por Dios. Y échale, compadre, arrímese la primo y así se baila como en el rancho, compadre. Ya le voy a poner para toda la raza de Guanajuato, ya. Allá por Celaya, mi compa. Y nos vamos hasta San Luis Potosí, oiga. Pero que nos toquen los alacranes, oiga.